So in this lesson, we're going to take a look at slash chords. What are they and how do we use them? So first up, let's bring a slash chord up. So here we have C slash G. So what you need to know is there are two elements to this slash chord, the letter on the left and the letter on the right. The letter on the left is going to be the chord that you are playing in your right hand. So in this case, that's a C. C, E and G. The letter on the right is going to be the bass note, which we tend to play with our left hand. So in this case, the bass note is a G. So we play the G in our left hand. So this is a C over G. Now, as it goes, the G is in the chord of C. So actually, all we're playing here is an inversion of the C major chord. Because the C major chord you can play in root position with the C in the bottom. You can put that at the top. So you can play it in first inversion, so that has the E at the bottom. Or you can put the E at the top, and we can play it here in second inversion, which has the G at the bottom. So there's three ways to play a C chord. Root position, first inversion, second inversion. So a lot of the time when you're looking at slash chords, you'll just be looking at an inversion of the chord. It's not always the case, but it's a good rule of thumb. So this is a C over G. So let's take a look at another one. If we were to play maybe a D major over an F sharp, it would be like this. We have the D major in our right hand and the F sharp in our left hand. And you could play the right hand chord in any inversion as well. So that's how slash chords are played. But one of the main reasons for using slash chords is to make our music sound a little bit more professional. And it's a great way to have a walking bass in the left hand. So let me show you an example of this. Let's take a simple chord progression like A minor, G and C. So we have three chords in this progression. A minor, G major, C major. Now if I was to add in a slash chord and play an inversion, it would sound like this. How much better does that sound? Much better than the original. Okay, so what am I doing here? Well, in the left hand, we like to walk up or down at the piano instead of being too jumpy. It's quite a common thing to do, especially in pop songs. So when I'm moving from A to G to C, there is this jump between C and G. When actually using a slash chord on the G, I can just walk up from the A to the C. So my left hand walks A, B, C. And I do that by using the slash. So the A minor would be here in root position. To play the G, I'm going to walk up to the B in my left hand, but play the G in root position in my right hand. And to play the C, my left hand just walks up again. My right hand, the G can stay where it is, and I just lift up the other two fingers. And all this is an inverted C major. So you can play the C major in its root position, put the C to the top, first inversion, put the E to the top, second inversion. So all I'm doing here is instead of moving from the G and jumping up to the C, I'm going to keep my thumb on this G, and I'm just going to move my middle and little finger up a note each. And I have C here in its second inversion. So I can walk from the G, and remember I've got that B in the left hand because of the slash chord, and then I just lift my two fingers to land on the C. that sounds beautiful. Doesn't it sound better? So this is a great example of why we use slash chords, especially in conjunction with a few inversions. So if we take a look at one more example of this, let's take a look at a chord progression in A minor that was used by Elton John in I'm Still Standing. So it's an A minor, which is the 1 chord, an E minor, which is the 5 chord, a D minor, which is the 4 chord, and an F major, which is the 6th chord. And a very simple way of changing this chord progression up using a slash chord would be to use the slash chord on the E. So we start off on the A. When we move to the E minor, we're going to do an E minor slash G. Just gives it a slightly richer sound. And then we can move to the D, and then we can move to the F. So it's a very simple change, but it makes all the difference. And actually, if you use some inversions in your right hand, you can make it sound even better again. And there's lots of different ways you can use chord inversions to make your songs sound so much better. If you did enjoy this lesson, then head over to my website. I've put the link in the comments below. I have a fantastic course called Chord Jammer, and this is one of the exercises I do in the course. I take you from complete beginner all the way through to understanding chords, scales, how to improvise on the piano, and how to play all of your favorite pop songs. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and take a look at my website. And if you do fancy taking the Chord Jammer course, you get a free 70-page ebook as well, so it's really worth it.